Myths. Fables. Curiosities. Oddities. Fantasies. Legends. Folktales. Fairy tales. Perhaps you haven't given them much thought. Do you have childlike faith? Or are you skeptical of everything? What I'm about to tell you is going to take some kind of faith. For years and years, I'd lost my memory. But by divine providence, Professor Henry and others helped me.
Truth is all I'm asking for, but it is hard to cry it out these days. So I've been feeling lost and I found a reason to run away and hide. I hide. I am just a fragile human being. I'd love to be strong someday. Questions and future scare me, but I choose to live anyway.
If something happens to me, if I go missing, I want you to open it.
Are you in danger, Professor Henry?
If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to go to Trudy at the shop. She'll help you with whatever you need. Take care of yourself.
It started 3 years ago, when Professor Henry gave me a mysterious suitcase filled with clues. It seems like, almost as fast as he came into my life, he went missing.
I choose to live anyway.
If you're listening to this, I'm gone. Be careful who you pass this information on to, so it doesn't fall into the wrong hand. Base on June 19th, 1982. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Professor.
Professor Henry Beacon Swift, here with...
Inquisitor Walt Whistle.
Let's chronicle the beginning. With the water.
The Coalition of 1920. There were 12 of us who lived and worked at the Gal farm. We were all poor. Even the gals were having a hard time making a living. We had travelers come through before with tonics to cure hair loss, exotic foods, or linens made for royalty. A traveler came up the long, dusty road to the Gal homestead, peddling a relic. Lady Gal was starting to get up in years and she was having a hard time with aging. The peddler promised her this anti-aging miracle for the cool price of $2,000. The Fountain of Youth. Now, $2,000 was a whole lot of money in 1920. Lady Gal went to the bank and took out a note on their house and property. I'll never forget the day she called all of us together to drink the water. She had this smile on her face as she held up her glass. She really built a strong case, living forever. That one drink changed our lives forever.
To be clear, everyone that drinks the water doesn't age.
Our aging process has been slowed considerably.
Let's talk about your interest in other fables.
The traveler recited something very peculiar that day we drank from the Fountain of Youth. A riddle.
From maiden to master, man's heart's dry as plaster. For those fables we've all once been told, threads of truth amass laughter, of life ever after, yet not for those doubtful and cold. Unwinding the clock lies in finding the rock whose followers take heaven by storm. For it's those hearts most youthful who seek what is truthful and willing believe what's unseen. Rare is the tree that only two once did see, until maiden and master are free.
Until maiden to master are free. What are they free from?
The curse from drinking the water. We formed a coalition to figure the riddle out. It took us a few years, but piece by piece, we sorted it out. We had to find the relics, and the fables are the clues to lead us to the Tree of Life.
So that's what breaks the curse.
That's where we differ on the interpretation of the riddle. Lady Gal and some of the others that drank the water feel the promise of eternal life here on Earth will be accomplished, but it comes at a cost.
How so?
There's two sides to every myth or folktale. One leading to the darkness and the other to the light. There's a race against time to find the fables before Lady Gal gets them.
Time felt like it was standing still for you.
It was years before we found a solid lead. We were almost going to call it quits till I found a relic sold on the black market.
I found it. I found it.
Is it authentic?
I believe we are looking at the original mirror of the Maria Sophia Margarita Katharina von Unzu Erthel of the 18th century.
Is that really her name?
It's the original.
I still don't understand how this is connected to the riddle.
Think, John Joseph. Mirror, mirror in my hand, who is the fairest in the land? Vanity. Vanity, John Joseph.
I don't follow.
How can you not follow, Professor? We would never find the Tree of Life if vanity is our priority.
The Fountain of Youth brought a curse. Vanity is no less of a curse. How did you not understand that, Professor Henry?
Did John Joseph understand?
He went along with it at first because he was my friend.
Was.
We parted ways in the 70s.
Where you been, man?
Stomach cramps are back.
Man, you could have came to me.
Well, Lady Gal found some more of the water.
And she shared it with you?
I had to make a delivery for something I'm not proud of. I don't want to talk about it. I guess we all can't be as noble as you.
Did it help you?
The water, I don't know. I haven't drank it yet.
Lady Gal's been putting something in the water. She's been experimenting on her daughter, and now she's a vegetable. You don't know what she put in that water.
So now we have magic beans. You really think this is the real deal?
I paid $200 to find out.
Gotta find out the real somehow. Maybe they'll cure my gut and your element. I'm done.
John Joseph, we can...
I'm done. Fables don't work. Nothing works. Except for the water.
John Joseph, there is living water. Lady Gal's water's not the answer.
You sound like Pharisee.
I'm here for you if you need me.
B, your wife, right? With your aging, I imagine a relationship would have been near impossible.
The Great Depression. We were dirt poor, but B agreed to marry me anyway.
Sure you want to go through with this?
I love her, man.
Figured you'd say that. You realize she wouldn't have even been born when we drank the water?
Why are you going to say that? I don't know what to say.
Don't thank me. It's not a gift, old boy. It's a reminder of how much time you have and how much time B has.
We can try again, B.
No more.
You'll heal.
Aren't 5 miscarriages enough? I can't carry babies, Walt.
You mean you can't carry my babies, B? Huh? Don't give up on us, B. Please talk to me.
There's nothing else to say.
Let's take a break. When we come back, do you mind talking about the other Inquisitors?
The original coalition of 1920? They were scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. I believe there will come a time when we will gather. Till then, we recruit new Inquisitors. For it's those hearts most youthful do seek what is truthful and willing to believe the unseen.
Where do I find you, Inquisitor Whistle?
Divine Providence brings them to us.
My man's on the ocean, bobbing up and down. He belongs to Uncle Sam, but he's always on my mind. Take a tip from me. You know how I feel with my man at sea.
Get in the car. He'll bring you to me. When you arrive, let yourself in.
Allow me to introduce our newest Inquisitor, Jane Market.
Sir Pharisee?
Please make the acquaintance of Inquisitor Walt Whistle. 2 weeks ago in Istanbul, acquired a most unusual presentation at an auction. And yes, Lady Gao has the presentation. I'm curious, Inquisitor Market. What do you see?
Zolaria polymorpha mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Dead man's fingers, we call them. They grow in wooded areas.
I don't see any mushrooms.
In the bouquet.
Mushrooms? Something with wings. Fairies. I don't have time for this.
You see, yet you don't believe.
Call me when you have a real mystery to solve. Not some doctored photo.
You agreed to the mission.
All right. I'll play along. But I still get paid, even if there's no evidence.
Before you ask, my sources have confirmed the authenticity of the Slysk.
Location?
A remote area of Germany, outside of Leinstein. The earliest chronicles of fairies are in the writings of Gervase of Tilbury, 12th century English scholar, you know. In his writings are accounts of enchanted places where there are animals with human characteristics and evil spirits and good spirits like fairies. Legend has it the creatures shed their wings every celestial cycle. Are all these things just myths created by his imagination, or might there be some whispers of truths in his writings?
Don't you think that they would have already been discovered?
What if they've been hiding in plain sight all this time? We thought they were lightning bugs.
You want us to bring home a fairy? Is that the objective?
Inquisitor Whistle will know what to do. I trust you brought some clothes to change into?
Sir Fairsay, I've got questions.
When you arrive, you will be met by a contact. Don't try to speak with him. He doesn't speak English, and the less he knows, the safer you and the object will be. You can't trust anyone, even when you think you can.
I've climbed Mount Everest 3 times. Is that why I've been brought on? To compensate for Inquisitor Whistle's lack of physical strength?
You'll then make your way on foot to a secluded site that we have determined to be in the general vicinity where the pictures were taken. Time is of the essence. Bring water with you, and be on the lookout for any clues that could be helpful.
Answer me. Will Inquisitor Whistle be able to keep up with me?
No. Inquisitor Whistle will not be able to keep up with you. 2 are better than 1. But if they fall, 1 will lift up his fellow.
you know you have missions, why don't you train for them? Are you sick? I don't understand why you're on this mission with me, you're slowing me down.
I was hoping I'd see you again. I forgot to actually give you something. Professor Henry wanted me to give that to you before he always said it was his roadmap.
Can I ask you something? Professor Henry had a tape recorder in the suitcase of an interview. Do you know anything of the work he did on Fables?
No, honey, he never talked about his work with me. We only discussed antiques. I'm gonna head to the back.
Owning the antique shop gave me access to collect and to come into possession of some of these relics.
Who's Lady Gal?
She's an evil woman that can't be trusted.
How do I know Sir Faircey isn't?
Evil? Sir Faircey? Can't you tell?
He could be a total lunatic for all I know.
Then why'd you respond to the ad?
You don't need to know anything about me. What? Look, you're not gonna die on me, are you? Because I tell you right now, I'm not up for that. I'll mark your whereabouts and I'll send Sir Faircey to come get you.
What makes you happy, Inquisitor Market? Music makes me happy. My father used to sing old hymns when he was working in the fields. He used to say, music has the power to change people, son. You ever notice how someone's voice, singing from the purity of their soul, can make even the most stubborn man hang his head and cry like a baby? Or some cat that can blow into a saxophone and vibrate the reed just right and make the hair at the back of your neck just stand. Not everyone's out to hurt you, Inquisitor Market.
What?
Someone's coming from that direction in precisely 1.25 miles.
How could you possibly know that?
We gotta keep moving.
Always searching for answers.
Lady Gao. Always lurking in the shadows. You're looking younger. Moving without assistance. You found more of the water, I take it.
Enough. For now. I smell your relics, Faircey. I could offer you some of the water. in exchange for you calling off Inquisitor Whistle and your new recruit.
Is that the offer you made to the other 3 Inquisitors? And they took it? Even John Joseph?
He is as stubborn as you are.
Then you already know your answer.
Does your new recruit understand the danger that she faces with this mission? She has no clue. The great Sir Pharsay. Not so honorable now, are you? What is it? Inquisitor Whistle? He's declining rapidly, isn't he? Are you counting on the fairy's light to save him?
The light that dwells in him is far greater than any light found in a creature. You of all people should know this.
Funny. I don't see it that way.
The sun will be rising soon.
This could very well be the end of Inquisitor Whistle.
Or the beginning.
You know I will stop at nothing until I find that creature. If one still exists.
Zolaria polymorpha mushrooms.
Dead man's fingers, we call them.
Listen to me. If there's a fairy here, if you find one, don't let anyone else get it. Promise me.
Isn't your warranty about to expire? You are in a vulnerable position, wouldn't you say, Inquisitor Whistle?
You two know each other? Are you Lady Gao?
I take it they haven't given you a history lesson. Much like Sir Pharsay, Lady Gao sends inquisitors like you and me to collect the fables. How much are they paying you? I'll give you $12,000 to leave here and forget everything you've seen.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
$12,000 cash. And no, Sir Pharsay wouldn't have offered you that much. I hate using this thing, I really do. I swear I can actually smell burning flesh. To thank you for leading me in the right direction, I'm going to do you a little favor. Give you a little history lesson that I'm sure you didn't hear from Sir Pharsay or Inquisitor Wilson. Do you know why they need the fairy's light? Inquisitor Whistle is, what is it now, about 130 years old? Yeah. I was surprised too when I found out. You should ask him about the coalition of 1920. Quest for immortality. Not so good living under a curse, is it, Inquisitor Whistle?
She's innocent in all of this. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go.
Really?
Tell old Pharaoh to let my people...
Do you concede? You'll go no further.
We'll go no further.
I'll tell Lady Gal, Pharaoh, that you're out. If you had played your cards right, you could have negotiated some of that water. Looks like you need it.
Yes, the Lord said, go down. Moses, let my people go way down in Egypt land.
Thank you. Will that be all? Have a good one. Hey, can I take 5?
This is Diver. He tried to help me find my memories.
I was wondering when you're gonna come pick these up. Have any of these books, helped you remember anything?
I've been having flashes of, I don't know, memories or visions. I was wondering if you could help me find where advertisements like this might be posted?
Have you checked the library? They have this archive department there? Never mind. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. But it'll have to wait till I'm off, because they don't want us to use our phone at work.
It can wait.
No. I'm on a break right now. It's no big deal, really. Cool scarf. So is there any particular reason you're looking for something this old?
It was in a suitcase Professor Henry left me before he went missing.
I heard about that. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I'm not finding anything. I'll check again later when I'm off work. And I'll let you know next time if I come up with anything. But I'll see you later then.
So, Lady Gal's playing dirty.
John Joseph.
Right, nice of you to lead the lot of us to the exact location. Walt, you used to be more secretive. Old age is getting to you.
Sounds like it's catching up to you, too.
You ever stop time long enough to question your younger self? What were we thinking? Our time's coming to a close. Can't you feel it?
Walt, come dance with me like you used to.
Let me just finish this book.
And another one, and another one.
Oh, what kind of a taser was that? Is it true what she said? Why didn't Sir Fairsay tell me this stuff when he hired me?
Would you have believed him?
I don't know. Probably not. Why was I chosen for this project? I was the only one stupid enough to apply, wasn't I?
It was divine providence.
Think I deserve to know the whole truth.
Do you? And what would you do with the truth, Inquisitor Market? You're so quick to point out your strengths, but what about your weaknesses?
Done some things I'm not proud of to survive.
Sir Fairsay says you were in the army.
Corporal Jane F. Mockett at your service, sir.
Thank you for your service, Inquisitor Mockett.
What war did you serve in?
Korean War. I was going to serve in Nam. They started asking questions about my age.
You really are that old. What's the coalition of 1920?
We formed a coalition to figure the riddle out. It took us a few years, but piece by piece, we sorted it out. We had to find the relics. And the fables are the clues that lead us to the Tree of Life.
And what? Break the curse?
That's where we differ on the interpretation of the riddle. Sir Fairsay and I, and some of the others, feel it will break the curse. Lady Gal and the others that follow her beliefs feel the promise of eternal life will be accomplished here on Earth.
And you don't believe in the prospect of eternal life, right?
I do. It just doesn't look like what Lady Gal wants it to look like. Not only is she spiritually blind, but she's also physically blind.
Why do you dress like that?
So I'm always prepared for my funeral.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about what I said back there about leaving you here to die. And I'm sorry I was so greedy. And I messed up your chance to find the fairies. What? How?
Divine providence.
There appears to be a curious red thread that runs through the length of the wing.
What does that mean?
In the scriptures, the color red symbolizes something dying to cover and cleanse the sins of others. The scarlet thread runs all the way from the beginning in the Garden of Eden until it reaches culmination in HaMashiach, Yeshua, the Messiah, Jesus Christ.
There's usually an order in finding these fables. One leads us to the next.
How do you know where to place it?
It's all in here. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Inquisitor Yona said that you needed the fairy's light.
She doesn't realize that we carry the light. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
We are the followers of the way.
The way? So, all of these things that are attached or surrounding the tree, they all come from fables.
They all have their stories.
And the fairies, Lady Gao just stopped searching for them, or does she seek them out to exploit?
Lady Gao will never stop searching for the fairies. She's not interested in exploiting the fairies. In her quest for immortality, she extracts molecules, DNA from the relics she seizes, and adds it to the water she drinks. Lady Gao's eyesight is temporarily restored with each drink of the water, but eventually the effects of the water wear off, and she sinks back into utter darkness. We try to rescue what we can, but we're not always successful.
I can help. I want to help you.
Chord of 3, then.
So what's next?
I've just received intel concerning a relic hidden in a monastery outside the Ardennes, Belgium. Scarlet thread. There's only one fable I can think of that would apply to.
How did you get in here?
You underestimated me, Inquisitor Market. I may have my physical limitations, but I've not found a lock I can't pick, or a computer I can't access.
I get your point. Know your enemy.
I'm not your enemy. When my wife passed away, I used to rely on whiskey to knock me out and help me to forget my sorrows. I'll go on the mission alone so you can concentrate on healing.
How are you? Hey, I got that thing in you were looking for. Come on. Is that what you were looking for?
I I don't think so.
Excuse me.
Hi, is Professor here?
I'm sorry, no. Is there something you needed?
I don't understand. I received a letter from him asking me to come. He had someone he wanted me to meet.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. He's been missing for several weeks.
Anya.
I remember you.
How could this be?
Divine Providence?
Come here. Where have you been?
I remember the traveler coming to our home. There was something different about him. You could feel it. He didn't go into town like the others. Life was hard. And Mama didn't like seeing the wrinkles that were starting to appear. That traveler knew exactly what to say to make Mama buy his fancy jar of water. The day we drank the water, I was scared. But you all thought it was a joke, lining up, trying not to laugh as Mama poured the water into your fancy glasses. I didn't want to drink the water. Living forever. But Mama made me.
Drink it.
Was she being generous? Or, I don't know, driven by the fear of eventually being alone? I knew immediately something was different. Something was wrong. I started feeling like I was losing all touch with reality. It only took a couple of weeks for Daddy to find out about the note Mama had taken out on the home. But he started getting sick, couldn't get out of bed. I peeked through the door one night and saw Mama making tea for Daddy. And then I saw her do the unthinkable. I didn't know if I could trust my mother for anything. I felt too terrified to tell anybody. My daddy breathed his last breath, and that's when I felt the darkness overtake me. Time was suspended. And then there was an intervention.
I have a delivery for Ursula.
I'm Ursula. What's the delivery?
The girl?
I don't know this girl.
She's Lady Gal's daughter, Anya.
Lady Gal.
That's what we call her.
I haven't seen my sister in over 50 years. I thought she was dead.
Oh, she's very much alive.
I don't know what kind of trick you're trying to play on this old woman, but that can't possibly be my niece. Anya would be about 65, 66 years old by now.
Trust me. This is Anya.
You need to leave.
You're leaving, all right. Without the girl, you're to care for her. Understand?
How do you expect an old woman like me to care for her?
Doesn't matter to me.
Take the girl to a hospital. There's obviously something wrong with her.
Lady Gal's instructions were to bring her to you with a gift. Go get a glass. I'm sorry. Drink it.
Would my sister put something in this water? Is my sister trying to kill me?
Quite the opposite. She needs you to take care of Anya. Look, you're not getting rid of me until you drink this water. Drink it. All of it.
She was kind and long-suffering and patient. It must have become too much for her. I guess she decided it was enough for both of us.
Did I ever tell you the time my daddy, your grandfather, took me and your mama out to the forest? He gave us a lesson on mushrooms. This was back in Germany, before we came to America. He pointed out one called Death Cap. I always thought that was an ominous name for a mushroom. Death Cap. Drink this.
Why didn't I die? Where's my mother? Why did she do this to me? Did she even love me? I have so many questions. In my state, I was never able to tell my aunt how much I loved and appreciated her. That's when I met Professor Henry, who took me under his wing for the past few years.
You look lost.
After what your mom did to you, you're shut down. With water. Come here.
Grant me the serenity to accept what I can't change.
You could have said diver. You're not my type, or diver. I think we're better off as friends instead of making up this story about suddenly getting your memory back and realizing you're 80 years old.
I know it sounds ludicrous.
Why would it sound ludicrous? I mean, I meet the girl of my dreams, and I find out she's an 80-year-old who drank out of the fountain of youth in 1920. Do you know how creepy that sounds?
I suppose so.
So, what now?
I'm going to travel to Belgium with Inquisitor Whistle. There's a fable there.
And you want me to believe this Inquisitor drank from the fountain of youth in 1920 also? So, I'm losing you to an old man.
It's not like that. He's a friend.
I wish I could believe you, Anya. I could have been dating other girls, but I really liked you, and I thought...
I like you too, Diver.
Diver, ice please.
Diver, wait. I'm trusting you with my secret. That should tell you how much I like you. You don't have to believe me, but I don't want you thinking I was faking, you know, liking you.
Diver, we need ice.
Go on. I know you have to work.
Yes, I'd like to learn to love it anyway.
I know there are other Inquisitors searching for this relic too. I feel it in my bones.
Are you ready for this?
I think so. We've got elements of the fable.
It's just a hunch. But if this is truly a piece of the lining or a cape, we should get a response. My. What big teeth are you in?
Myths. Fables. Curiosities. Oddities. Fantasies. Legends. Folk tales. Fairy tales. Perhaps you haven't given them much thought, or perhaps you've dismissed them as though they're not real. But there are people out there who have been commissioned to search out the fables. And we all
Drink it.
have our demons to face. Including Professor Henry. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Do you have childlike faith? Or are you skeptical of everything? Diver, he didn't believe either. He seemed skeptical of everything, but now he believes. He ended up having childlike faith.
See, I wasn't wrong, I did what I had to do. Now we cannot go back. No, I don't regret this dream I've been dreaming of, but maybe it has changed me. I'm just a fragile human being. I'd love to be strong someday. Questions in future scare me, but I choose to live anyway. Truth is all I'm asking for, but it is hard to cry it out these days. So